All right, very good. Most of you are finishing up. Good morning. Welcome back. So it's, period 4 and 5 today. It's kind of like the first day, second day, but welcome. Good to see you guys. Most of you know me, Mr. Hanawalt. For those that you don't, I'll introduce myself first. But first thing, we're in batch 1 now. Last year was 9th grade. I had a reputation for telling stories and so on. But this year in batch 1, that's over. It's time to, I can't keep a straight face. So, okay. Let's be real. Very good. Good job coming into class today. That's good. We got a video going on because the rumor had it is that you guys were the best class in the school. And so they wanted to come videotape you guys. So congratulations on that. All right. Anyway, a little bit about me, then I'll come around and call on some of you, make sure I know who you all are and whatnot. This is my 7th year in Mexico. And so let me put that on the board. That's a 7. So 7th year in Mexico. I'm actually 33, so when you think about it, that's almost 20%, well, about 20% of my life I've spent in Mexico, so that's a decent chunk of time, right? This is my 11th year overall of teaching, so 11th of teaching. And so I'll apologize in advance, but sometimes I think of weird things, right? And so you see these two numbers together, 7 and 11, what do you think? 7-Eleven, right? They're all over Mexico, all over the world, 7-Eleven. So this is like my 7-Eleven Super Siete year, right? And so I was thinking about that early out of the summer. I don't know why it popped into my head. I apologize. But so I thought that was interesting, right? Because, if I had had 8 years in Mexico and 12 and 11, that wouldn't work, right? So it had to have 4 years out of the U.S. before I came here to even make this a possibility. But okay, one other thing you'll learn about me here in a second is that I like to run. And so these are some of the things I did over the summer, visit my friends and family, and I ran a marathon. And so, when you run races, you guys have run Miles for Smiles or Duendes or whatever, they give you race numbers, right? So I ran this marathon, and they assign you numbers. You don't get to pick. True story. I did not make this up. You can see my name's on there. But okay, so I'm running. It gets even better. I'm running the race, and there's some guy watching, and he's like, 7-Eleven, open 24 hours. I'm like, yeah, buddy. All right. Let's play a quick game. Somebody who did not have me in class last year needs to come and guess where Iowa is. That is where I'm from. It's in the United States. The state of Iowa. There are more cows than people. Any brave volunteers? Ohenia.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you just do the best you can.
It's somewhere around here, I think.
Yes, okay, you pointed at Illinois. But that's okay, you're right. It starts with an I, that's good. So there is Illinois. She is in the right vicinity, absolutely. My brother lives in Illinois, in Chicago, in case you were wondering. I know you were. Okay, yes, Rogelio, is that right? Is that what you go by? Royal. Roger, okay, I can do that. Sorry, I have a gringo accent. Okay, that's Michigan. Also close, but so we've got Illinois and Michigan. Very good, thank you. Let's get another volunteer. Mariana. Okay, Indiana. That's also close. You guys are in the Midwest. Got 2 of the 4 I's. You're missing Idaho and Iowa. I'll give you Idaho. Here's Idaho. They have the potatoes. Iowa's all about the corn. All right, any others? Don't be shy. I'll get rid of a couple. Okay, we know this is Texas, right? We'll get rid of that. We know this is California, Oregon, Colorado. All right. Okay, anyone that I had last year want to come up if they remember or were listening on the first day last year? Yes, Fabiola. Bam, there it is. That is Iowa. All right, so that's where I'm from. I drive home every summer, so you cross the border here and head all the way back to there. But another short story about that. I tell a couple stories here and there. So when you drive into the U.S., you cross the Rio Grande, right? You pay a toll to cross the bridge on the Mexican side, right? So I usually pay it in pesos because I feel like they don't jip me on the exchange rate, right? But then coming back home, I come this way, obviously crossing. and you're on the U.S. side when you pay the toll. So the toll was $3.50, and I paid $10, right? That was the smallest bill I had. So what change did I get back? Yeah, okay, that's an easy question, right? $6.50. But here's where I thought it was interesting. I got 2 of 3 different quantities of denominations, right? So denominations would be like a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, a dollar, $2, $5, right? I had 2 of 3 different of these. Does that make sense? So in 3 different denominations, they gave me 2 back. So what did they give me? Yes, Danny.
I think 2 of $2, 2 of $1, and 2 of quarters.
So 2 of those, that's 4. 2 of those, that's 2. 2 of these, that is 50 cents. Does that get there? Yeah. That's a true story. I found $2.
Oh my God.
Isn't that amazing? Like, it's going to be a good year. Okay, so for those of you that didn't have me last year, like, sometimes I'm awkward when stories end. So then I'll just say, and then I found $2. But I actually got $2. Okay, tough crowd today. All right, let's move on. The other thing I did, I went to an AP Stats class in Colorado. And it's kind of interesting going to these things, like, one, because I do it to help me become a better teacher. But I realize in talking to some of the other people, like, how good the school is. So it always reminds me that, oh yeah, this is a good spot. And so I don't know if you realize that, but this is a good school. All right, so what I enjoy doing, I like to run and golf. I'll talk about running once or twice this year. A day. Okay, in high school I was kind of in the music things, and then cross country and basketball and baseball and NHS. For those of you that had me last year, I like to make you think, so I'll give you some good problem-solving problems. I'll give you one later today. It'll be great. You're welcome. Compound interest, we'll look at this in January, but it could change your life. No, it's good. It's good stuff. It's like knowing how your money can make money for you. You know, you put it in the bank, it makes interest. It's awesome. All right. We're going to have a good year. I have a formula for success. It's called hard work. I will expect you to work hard. I'll try to tell some stories. I hope they'll be fun. I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best. And that'll be success. So, you know, too much of one or the other. I feel like if you're only doing this, like, I don't know, I always felt like when I was in college, if there wasn't some aspect of fun with it, I didn't learn as much. Obviously, if you're doing this, you're not getting enough of that. So we try to balance it. That's my formula for success. All right, 29 and 13. My birthday's on the 29th. I always thought it was interesting because it was prime. 13, everyone always says it's unlucky, but the thing I never understood is you go to a hotel and then you get up to floor 12 and the next floor is 14. It's like it doesn't make sense, right? Because isn't that really just the 13th floor that has a 14 nameplate? I mean, really. Like, it's not like there's empty space in there, right? I don't know, one of those mysteries of the world. All right, 10 years from now, I don't know, I'll still be teaching. People say I look young, so maybe I'll look 30 by that point. I don't know. Because my first year of teaching, second year of teaching, I was, a parent came in. And anyway, I go over to greet them, and I'm like, hey, I'm Mr. Hanawalt. First thing they said was, are you old enough to drive? I was like, come on. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so hopefully I'm at least beyond that. But okay, I forgot to talk about this. Iowa here again. There's a joke about Iowa. Let me pull up the map again. Anyway, Minnesota's right next to Iowa. That was one of the few that you didn't name, but it's like right above Iowa. All right. Well, Minnesotans like to tease Iowans. I don't know. There's a little bit of rivalry. It'd be like Nuevo Leon teasing Tamaulipas, or however you say that, right? Like you guys are neighbors. So Minnesotans think Iowa stands for this. Idiots out wandering around. You can laugh. It's okay. All right. Let me come around the room. So what I'm going to do is, I know about half of you or more, but I'm going to come around the room and call on you. For those of you that are new, just tell me what you want to be called. I'll do my best to pronounce your name. Just correct me, like don't take it personally if I pronounce it wrong. And then tell me one thing. Tell me either something about your summer, something off this sheet, something you like about math. Maybe today's the best day of the year. Tell me about a trip you took to Burger Army. Tell me what your favorite number is. I don't care. Just give me something. Isak, can you start?
Yes, that I don't know.
How was your summer?
It was really good.
Good.
Got a good summer.
Great. And you're happy to be back?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. We're happy to have you. All right, Daniel.
I had a great summer.
Good. And everyone else is probably jealous of you right now, right? Because, okay, yesterday was probably a tough day for you guys not having math, right? But Daniel, who else is in the same situation as Daniel? Is there anyone else in this class? He has me for conference on Wednesday. So he has math Monday, Tuesday. Oh yeah, and Rowo. Yeah, okay, sorry, I just missed the boat here. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, math, and conference Wednesday. So it's like every day is a great day. All right. Rolo,
My favorite number is 87.
football number?
Yes.
Any reason why?
My favorite player.
Who's that?
Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah, okay. He should have a good year, I hope, right?
Yes.
Very good. Ohenia,
I went to Switzerland in the summer.
and what'd you do in Switzerland?
Like a summer camp, like French in the morning and like free time in the afternoon.
Nice. Had you learned French before?
A semester with Mr. Garnier.
Ah, okay, cool. And Isa,
My favorite number
your favorite number is?
12.
Why 12?
My jersey.
Cool, very good, thank you. Rebecca.
I went surfing in Costa Rica.
Really? First time?
Yes.
How was it?
Super fun.
Yeah, cool. Scary?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. All right, Bobby.
I went to San Francisco.
Nice, how was that?
Good.
Did you go to Alcatraz?
No.
No. Alcatraz is like that, do you know Alcatraz, the old prison on the island? Yeah, okay.
We were going to go on a night tour, but it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, I would bet.
Just a bit.
Yeah. All right, Allie, you go by Allie? All right.
My favorite number is 17.
Why 17?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. It's prime, that's a good reason. All right, Ramon. How was your summer? Good. Happy to be back?
Yeah.
Did you go to Burger Army?
I did.
Yeah? Okay, Roberta.
Well, my favorite number is 9.
Why 9?
Because, I don't know, I was born on that day and, like, I was born on the year 1999, so.
Oh.
Yes.
See, I had this weird thought this summer. Okay, 1999 is the year I graduated from high school, right? And so if you go back, like 1980 was the year I was born. So if you go 1999 back to 1980, like that's 19 years, right? If I did that from my birthday, that goes back to 1961. That makes me feel old, like, because the 1961 like feels super old. So like I'm that guy to you, right? All right. Anyway, Pepe.
My favorite number is 10.
Why?
My soccer number.
Did you watch the World Cup?
Yes.
What'd you think?
It was good.
Yeah. Mexico held their own, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Germany deserved the win.
Yeah, I would say. I kind of wanted Colombia. Like, I liked the way they played, but
Deutschland über alles.
what?
Deutschland über alles.
Germany what?
It's the national anthem.
Ah.
No, it's the national
Anyway, moving right along. Okay. Patrick, what do you got?
Well, my favorite number is 5.
How come?
I liked it for a long time.
Okay, that's fair. All right, Marcella.
My favorite number is 11.
Why 11?
I don't know.
Double 1. All right, Roberto.
My favorite number is 13
How come?
because I was born that day,
Which month?
October.
Great. It's not too far away. All right, Fabiola.
My favorite number is 82 because I don't know why, but whenever someone tells me to think of a number or like an instance comes up where I have to say a number, it's always 82. It's like involuntary, I just say 82.
Perfect. Great. All right, Rodrigo.
My favorite number is 88.
Okay, how come?
My jersey number.
For American football? After a player, you just got it? Very good. Mauricio.
My favorite topic is probability.
Very good. How come?
I like probability. I like numbers, I don't know.
Okay, so let's help him out a little bit. What are the chances that today is the best day of the year? 100%. And what about Monday?
99.
It's looking good. We won't go 100 yet. We'll get to that joke in a minute, but yeah, okay, very good. Danny.
My favorite part of the summer was going to New Orleans with rustic pathways to rebuild houses and schools.
Very cool. Yeah, that seems like a cool program. Very good. Mariana.
My favorite number is 7
How come?
because it's on my basketball.
Cool. One thing, so when I ask you to put your favorite numbers on there, a few I've gotten the last couple of years is people go like this, and they say 7 because it has a mustache. I'm like, what? I never understood that. Anyway. Nina.
I went to Spain with my family.
Nice. Where in Spain?
Barcelona, Madrid, and we rented a house in Costa Brava.
Awesome. Sounds great. Maria.
My favorite number is 11 also, like Marcy.
Any reason?
Because it like runs in the family.
Are you guys
like the soccer jerseys and basketball.
Oh, with your brother?
Yes,
Yeah.
and my grandfather also.
Ah, okay. Very good. Rafael.
My favorite number is 9.
How come?
I was born on that month, September.
Okay, cool. Me too. Roger.
My favorite number is 18.
How come?
If you put like one number for there, like A1, B2, I thought like R, like my letter, was 18, so I counted wrong.
So this is from a few years ago? It wasn't like last year you came up with this. Yeah, okay. All right. Paulina?
Yes.
Which one?
How?
Okay.
I moved back from the Woodlands this summer. Like I used to live here and then I moved there.
Okay. Are there several of you guys coming? Because I met a couple other guys like in grade
3.
11. Okay, yeah. I drove through the Woodlands like 3 years ago. There's so many trees, and like no, seriously, there's some. If you've never been there, there's some ordinance with signs. Like they got to have small signs. Like you cannot see anything. Like it was crazy. We couldn't like. All of a sudden you'd look and be like, wait, Walmart is back there. Like you can't see anything until you're like on it. It's
Kind of in May.
What's that? Well, sure. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. All right, very good. Can you pass these forward if you're done? If you need more time, go ahead and finish them up and I'll collect them, or you can give them to me later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very good, thank you. Just go back. Eventually they'll get there. All right, everybody get one of these handouts? No? Okay. Somebody. Oh, that's okay. Okay, here. All right. So let's just flash back like 2 minutes. So I asked you to pass those forward as I was going to get these, right? Okay, a few of you started to talk, that's fine. Whenever I'm passing papers in and out, if you need to just say something to your neighbor, that's fine, but when I'm back, I want you ready to go. Okay, so what you did was perfect. So far you're batting like 100%, right? No mistakes yet this year, this is good. Okay, is everyone okay with that? That way it gives you a little chance to, if you need to stand up for a second or, ask Pepe like how the World Cup was, or I don't know, whatever it was. Okay, everyone good with that? Okay, so here's this. First day, I know you're probably tired of hearing people talk, but I'll try to tell stories and be funny. I can't make promises, but I'll try. But I do think it is important for, oops, that's the wrong one. I do think it is important for us to establish just common ground of what my expectations are, right? So I want you to know what I expect in here and how we're going to roll. Okay, so let's look at these first classroom rules. These are pretty self-explanatory. Number one, golden rule, treat others as you like to be treated. I don't know about you guys, but just thinking about myself, like I like people to treat me well. I'd prefer they treat me well than poorly. You know, if I had the option, I would assume most of you are the same. So we all just treat each other well. It's like a big one happy algebra family, right? That way you can just go down to the cafeteria, eat lunch together, you know, you just have a great time. But this year you're at the algebra table. Okay, number two, doing your best at all times. I have a video I want to show. Some of you may have seen this last year. I've shown this every year to start the year. You just need to focus on the drummer. This is a wedding band. We got about 4 minutes here. So focus on the drummer and we'll talk about why I wanted to show this. All right, why did I show you that video? Whoops, I didn't. Oh, well. Not everyone at once. Like it's okay. Just hold back, just 1 second. I love the energy, but you know, it's just I can't take you all at once. Maria.
But he was very into what he was doing.
Bam! Winner! Any other good options? Was he afraid to stand out? No, I mean, like, okay. I just want you to try things this year. I don't care if you make mistakes. We're just going to improve, right? You do the best you can. That's what I ask. And yeah, like, obviously he's bringing a positive attitude. Like, you know, it's a wedding band, but bam, he was there. Like, he was excited. All right. Couple other things with this. Can I get 2 volunteers just to come up here and stand up here while I talk? Maria and Patrick. Great. Okay. Can I just get you guys to stand here? 1 standing here, 1 standing here. Okay. Maria and Patrick, we're going to pretend the hallway, okay? And I'm trying to pass by them. They're in the middle of a conversation. You know, it doesn't really matter what they're talking about. It's probably math, but okay, you know. Right, probably just talking about the drummer or something, I don't know. But so I want to pass by them, right? I've really got 3 options. One option would be like, excuse me, Patrick, I'm just going to slide behind you.
No problem.
And I've passed, right? Okay. Another option would be like, excuse me, Maria, I'm just going to slide behind you. Bam. And I've passed, right? Other option would be like, oh, hey, guys, I really like burger. Oh. And I go right through them. What are the best option or best options that I just did? Oh, come on, this is not a hard question. Daniel.
Pass to behind Patrick or Maria.
Yeah, those are the 2 best, right? So I'm not interrupting their conversation, correct? Now, I understand sometimes, especially if you're in the 7th grade hallway, it is nuts. Sometimes you don't have an option, right? You just might be like, sorry, guys, you know, or something. But generally, you want to go behind them, right? Thank you. You guys can have a seat. Okay. Now, here's why I bring this up. So if I'm in the front of the room, like, I want to make sure you guys are here with me learning the math, right? I don't care if you get up and get a Kleenex. I don't care if you get up and sharpen your pencil. You can do that whenever. But please just head to the back and head over, right? Because then you're not coming in front of me. Let's just say you're Isak. I'm just going to pick on you, Isak. Isak might go, hey, Fabiola. Hey, buddy, how's it going? You know, then come up here and, hey, Mr. H, bam, and walk in this way, right? Now, let's just head back, go around. We want to minimize distractions, right? We want to do the best we can. You know, we want to be little drummers, right? Oh, come on. Okay, we're going to make good choices. That's what we do. These are just common sense. Are there any questions on these? Okay, number 4. So these are today's rules, and it says today is the best day of the year. And you walk in, they'll still be posted over here, and what will rule number 4 say? Today is the best day of the year. And I know Monday is a long ways away, but you walk in, what's the probability of this still being there? Yeah, it's good. You know, and even our friend the eagle, he'll remind you if you forget. Right? He's there. He's my friend. Rodrigo, how's it going? Good. Okay. Look, I get that some days are better than others, but the idea is that if we're here, let's do the best we can. All right? That's the idea. I want to talk about one other thing here. I probably keep saying that a lot. Well, I'll go here. Okay. All right. Last year, I had a group of 10th graders that when they were in 9th grade, their average map growth was 9. The average for everyone that takes the map test is 2 to 3. So getting a map score increase of 9 as an average for the generation is pretty good, right? That's like 300 to 400% of what is average, so that's really good. So last year, the number I look for is 94. All right? 94 is the number I look for when you sign up for classes, kind of as the borderline of I'm guaranteed you'll have success in 11th grade honors math. Right? That's kind of the grade I'm looking for as the target. Last year, I only had 4 students that were less than 94. All right? So my philosophy here is I try to be challenging but fair. All right, everyone was with me last year. I want the same thing. I want to get to the end of the year and give you a shot. Like, I know taking the SAT college, I know that seems a long ways away, but really a year and a half you're taking the SATs, right? This school has a lot of great programs. I tend to think the math department's pretty good, that if math is something you want to do, you know, you've got that option. So you got to help me out a little bit. I'll do everything I can, but you got to pull your weight as well. For reference, last year you guys were at 5. I don't think it's anything with intelligence. I think we just have a little ways, based on what I saw last year, a little ways that we can improve with work habits. And I'll try to help you with that. Okay? But this is what I want to get us to. Yeah, I mean, you guys are here because you're good at math. You know, those of you that are coming in, you did well on the diagnostic test. Those of you that were here, you got me to sign off or Avila to sign off. So you're in here for a reason. All right. What was next? Here's what you need every day. Bring this every day. Don't ask me. Just bring it every day. Okay? Yes, I know we won't need it until Tuesday, but bring it every day. Okay? Get your name on it. Put your name. Put my name. It's a little creepy if you put my middle name. So one year I had somebody put Mr. Matthew James Hanawalt. I was like, okay. Now that I said that, it's kind of funny. But anyway. So make sure your name is on there. All right? Bring your calculator every day. I'll double check tomorrow, just make sure everyone has the right calculator or has a calculator. Okay, I'm going to give you a calculator assignment on Monday just to start learning the calculator. Make sense? All right, let me go over a few more things, then we're going to do some math here. Let's look at this one, calculators and cell phones. All right, so just bring your calculator every day. You may not use your cell phone as a calculator. All right, school policy on cell phones is, you know, you can't use them, right? Unless at break or lunch or with teacher permission. So here's my suggestion. When you're in the hallway, make sure it's on vibrate or off. Or maybe a better option, upgrade your phone. 6 years old, still going strong. It has Snake on it, right? You don't need any other games. You don't need Word with Friends. It has Snake. It has a calendar, never used it. But okay, so here's really what I'm saying is just turn your phone off or have something that isn't a distraction. Like if you're here, be here, right? Same idea like what I said up there. Like just do the best you can. Phones kill me. Like, can I borrow your bag for a second? Mm-hmm. So, you know, holding your bag in your lap and like fishing around in the pocket for about 4 minutes is really obvious, right? Or, I'm sorry. Like just looking underneath your desk, oh, my pants still really look cool. Wow. I just want to keep looking at my pants. Like, come on. Like, I will meet you halfway on this, right? Let's say you have a really important dinner coming up at Burger Army that your parents are organizing. Okay, I know that's a little bit of an oxymoron with Burger Army and important dinner, but okay. Whatever. You've got some plans coming up that your mom is going to send you something, right? If you see me in the hallway and says, Mister, this, and this is really important, if my mom calls and it's on vibrate, can I answer it? And I'll say yes. You just quickly get out and come back, right? You don't. If you ask me in the hallway, but if it rings and then you haven't asked me, then I have to record it, right? Does that make sense? Same thing during work time. If you need to text your mom, I don't know, about a ride, okay, just send out, do your text and come back, but ask me, all right? Just ask me. It's permission. I'll give you permission, but you gotta ask. Does that make sense? Now, if it's about doing Miraculitos or Huevecitos at Burger Army tonight, you know, okay, that's a different story. But if it's something important. Okay, everyone okay with that? Nina, how you doing? Good. First, second day here? Good. Okay. Marcella, welcome to math. How's the day going so far? Good. Okay. I was just practicing call-ons there. So I do that, 1, to make sure you're paying attention, 2, because I really think it's good for you to have to think on your feet. Now, and if I say something that, Isak, I'll use you an example. Isak wasn't sure what to say when I called on him earlier, right? He had so many things from the summer he didn't know what to say, right? So I just rephrased the question. Instead of just saying, Isak, give me some, I said, Isak, how was your summer, right? I'll do that. Like, I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm just trying to keep you with me, right? Pepe, good?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Rebecca? I feel like this was your seat last year. It's kind of coincidence. Like, yeah, I know. I mean, I just did it all alphabetical, and I always switch it up at the start of the year because I feel like the A's are always at the front, Z's are always at the end, so I usually switch it up just to be that guy. But anyway, so I'm just trying to help keep you on track, okay? I want to talk about one more thing before we move on and do some math. This NHI policy, you're aware that any NHI is 75% now, right? Okay, so if you turn it in and it was a perfect paper, it's 75%. If you turn it in and it was an 80% paper, it's 60%, right? 75% of 80. So you got 1 week or until I return it. It becomes an NC. Were you given a little bit of the history of this? It's not that teachers are trying to be mean. Have you heard the history of this? Okay, so there were some teachers that met to talk about this and decide what the best school policy is. They talked to teachers, they talked to parents, they talked to alumni to try to get input about what the best policy was. And most of the alumni that graduated a couple years ago that have been out in university, their recommendation was to make it tougher because they felt that the old NHI policy didn't really help them at college because they thought they could always turn things in late without really punishment, right? And so that was really the biggest reason for the change. All right, so I know it might be a little bit of a shock to the system, but there it is. But that being said, teachers do have some flexibility. Let's say that, all right, I've given you an assignment for tonight, all right? You have to log on to EDU, and in EDU, you have to tell me where you want to sit. So I'm doing two things. One, to make sure you can get onto EDU. So if you are in EDU and you aren't in the period 4 math class, send me an email or see me tomorrow, right? But the other thing is I want you to think about where is best for your learning to sit, all right? Now, obviously, I can't have everybody in these first 6 seats, right? But you can say, I work really well with Roberto. Can I sit next to Roberto? You know, a lot of you might answer that. That's a joke. Or you might say, I'm really good friends with Roberto, but please don't sit me by him, right? So I want you to think about if there is somebody you do sit or work well with or don't work well with, or whatever. You know, I was the kid that I kind of preferred to sit in the back, but a lot of people prefer to sit in the front, you know? But you just log in there and do that. But back to this late work thing. Now, this is not graded, so it doesn't really matter. But let's say it was. And so I've got that for Monday, I think. So let's say you see me tomorrow and say, Mister, I've already got 2 tests on Monday and a paper that's due. Is it okay if I wait on this EDU thing until Tuesday? Yes, as long as you see me ahead of time. Kind of the same deal as the phones, right? Just don't come to me Monday morning, right? Or send me an email on Sunday afternoon. Like sending an email on Sunday afternoon is fine. Like, Mister, I've got a billion things to do tonight. You know, can I wait a day to do that? And I am okay with that. Just communicate, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, Roberta, how's it going? Good, okay. Let's do some math. Go ahead and say hello to your neighbor. Oh, that was quick. Okay, to do this, you need to pull out a calendar. So either pull out your agenda or a cell phone. I don't care. Whatever you want. I've given you permission.
When are we getting the agenda?
That is a good question. I emailed the office yesterday and they weren't sure.
2 days period. I think after lunch.
How'd you know that?
I went to what's in your agenda?
Oh. Yeah, go. All right, just start passing back. We need, so give one here and then send them on back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're welcome. Keep going back. I don't think they got all the way back there. And give one to Pao, I don't think. Oh, you have one? Okay. All right, I miscounted. Okay, let's take a look at this. Please follow along and then I will give you directions, okay? This says you're going to use your cell phone or agenda to find a calendar. You pick any month from any year. So if you want to go back to 1999, okay. If you want to go forward to 2016, that's fine. Pick a month, any month, doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Okay?
Do you have another agenda item? For
Can you look on with Rolo? Okay. So on your calendar, you know that there's days of the week and weeks, right?
Yes.
You pick 4 days that make a square. All right, so anything in here could be this 4, right? You pick any 4. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then on back, you can put them in your calendar. All right, I've given you a my calendar spot. You put your 4 numbers in there. Any questions on finding your 4 numbers?
No.
Maria speaks for everyone? Salute. Okay. Anybody need more time? Okay. So we've got 4 days just like this. Then you're going to find the sum of the 4 days. So, you know, you just go 18 plus 19. Okay, 37. 25 plus 26, 51. Add those 2 up. There's 88, right? So bless you, the sum of those 4 squares is 88. You come up with your own sum. Don't tell anybody else yet. Okay? Either add them in your head, add them with your calculator, or cell phone, and you can use it for now. Bless you. Do you need to? Okay. Okay. Okay, next I want to read through the rest of this and then I'll turn you loose for a few minutes. Okay? So it says, after you have found the sum of the 4 days you chose, you're going to find a partner. If you've got 2 people, that's easy. You can just switch. If you've got 3, maybe you just everybody give it to your left or whatever, right? Okay? So so each partner should give the other person the total sum of their 4 days. So Rolo, what did you have?
36.
36, okay? So if Rolo and I were partners, he gives me 36, I give him 88. And that's all we give each other, okay? So you're not telling them the specific days. Each person needs to determine the 4 days that his or her partner chose to find the sum. So if Rolo gives me 36, I need to figure out what the 4 days are in his square that gives him a total of 36. Make sense? Okay, hold on one more second. Just change numbers, don't change papers. Just change numbers, okay? Hold on, one more thing. One more thing, okay? Try to do it without guessing and checking. You know, maybe you can't, you can go back and guess and check. So if Rolo's got 36, what do I automatically have to assume about these numbers?
Your low number.
Well, they got to be smaller, right? Okay, so I can at least start there. So I'm at least using some logic there. But then, okay, after each person has found the 4 days that their partner used to find the total, your task is to determine an algebraic way to find the specific dates. What does algebraic way mean?
Equation.
Yeah, find some equation so you can solve for an unknown. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Go. I'll give you 5 minutes and we'll come back.
Can we use my calendar?
See if you can find a way without. If you get stuck, you can go back to that. Here's a quick. Wait, did you have the same days?
Yeah, we have the same days.
Okay, trade with somebody else. Rodrigo, what'd you have?
Mine, 72.
Okay, so go 72. You guys both use 72. I'll probably move you up. I thought I saw both these girls here, but don't worry, I won't leave you back here by yourself.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. Just guess and check somewhere.
Guess and check.
Sure. So start there. At least use some logic. So if you know that's 56, that's 84. I mean, what can you assume about those numbers? Got to be bigger, right? So start with something. Try 13 there or something. Okay. So after you get a guess, double check with your partner, see if you got it correct. It's all right.
Well, I kind of used yours.
It's okay. All right, can somebody give me their number? Yeah, Danny. Okay. Danny's got 100. Let's just say we start with 19. Okay, I'm just going to pull that up. So what number would have to be here?
20.
Okay, got 20 here. What's going to be here? 26. What's here?
27.
Okay, let's add these up. What's 19 and 20? 39. 26, 27?
53.
53. Add both of those up. 92. Okay. So we're a little short of this, right? I know we're guessing checking, but we can use some logic here. If I start with 20 here, what's this one going to be? 21. This will be 27.
28.
So every number is how many bigger?
1.
So that means this number would have to be
96.
96, right? So if I increase them all by 1, this will be 96. So this first number here would have to be, okay, let's start with 21. This will be 22. This will be 28. This will be 29. Let's try this. 21, 22. 43. 28, 29. 57.
400.
Bam! Okay. Oh, hold on. This is the best part. Rebecca, what are we doing next?
Well, I picked the first number as x, and I did x, and the next number is x plus 1, and the one from the bottom, x plus 7, and then x plus 8.
Bam, look at that. So she is defining x as
The first one.
the top left square. Doesn't this one always just have to be one more? Nina, good? Okay, so this one's always one more. This is just a week later, right? Everyone okay there? Okay, so let's look at this. So x plus 1 plus x plus 7 plus x plus 8. What should we really call that sum? Don't give me what it adds up to, but all 4 of those are, what are we calling? Sorry, that's a bad question. We'll just call it the sum, right? Okay. Now let's add them up. Let's get an expression for the sum.
4x plus 16.
Good, okay. 4x plus 16. We're getting warmed up. All right. It was Mauricio, right?
Yeah.
What number did you have?
I had 56.
56. Let's try this. Can we use 4x plus 16 with our sum of 56 to figure out what the first number is? Let's try it. We know how to solve this. This is going back like 3 years, right?
Yes.
So what next do I write? Okay. From just this side? No, both. Okay. I'm just being difficult. So 4x equals 40. And then? Good. X is 10. Mauricio, is that correct? 10 here. What's here?
11.
Bam. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is good stuff. This is what I like you to do. I want you to think, right? This is good stuff. Okay, any thoughts on first day here? Best day of the year? Yeah. All right, very good. You've got 3 minutes to get to know your neighbors, whatever, okay? Just make sure you've got that EDU assignment. You can log in now if you want to, but otherwise that's it for tonight, okay?
No sé por qué, lo estaba haciendo, pero de que agregando el 6.
Yo, ¿por qué no?
Sí, no, es que ve, hice lo de que a este, no sé por